effective vehicle for mass social change, the NWO used their global corporations, the political parties they funded, the leading politicians they corrupted and their international banking cartels to create the economic, political, and social conditions that led to World War I, intentionally pushing the planet towards catastrophe in order to bring about their desired outcome. In addition, they funded the Russian Revolution to ensure they retained access to future Soviet markets and secure their investment no matter who won the war. However, following the Treaty of Versailles, they recognized that further work needed to be done. Therefore, they continued their project to create a one-world dictatorship by starting World War II. Essentially, the NWO loaned Germany the money to pay the reparations following World War I, ensuring Germany owed them, not sovereign nations, their debt, thus placing the German economy entirely in their control. They then created industrial and manufacturing cartels within Germany with the money administered by the banks they owned, making themselves the primary beneficiaries of their own loans and further consolidating control of the German economy. Next, they used their subsidiary industrial cartels to rebuild the German military and finance the rise of the Nazis. Once the fascists were in power, they funded their war effort against the Allied nations who they were also financing during World War II. They ran both sides of the war from their secure headquarters in neutral Switzerland, and, when World War II ended, they used the vast profits they had made from the deaths of more than 60 million people to finance another attempt at establishing a one-world government in the shape of the United Nations. I recognize this is probably not the history you are familiar with. However, once again, the evidence which proves this to be the case is overwhelming. Just as World War I led to the creation of the failed League of Nations, so World War II led to the establishment of the United Nations. It established a framework for world government but has yet to formally supersede the sovereignty of the member nations. The next logical step for the NWO, on its road to the global capitalist, collectivist hegemony, was to create power blocks which genuinely destroyed national sovereignty. The economic control of the failed USSR project was a reasonable attempt, but war in Europe provided the NWO the perfect opportunity to take a big step forward. For the first time, they were able to create an intergovernmental organization, centrally administered by an unelected cabal, controlled by its own central bank, which managed many of the world's richest economies. Today we call that project the European Union, EU, and the deep state merely were at the heart of its creation.
We are Shogunsec. Our Shogun is our greatest weapon. Expect us.